You think space is cold?
Hmm?
You think space is cold?
What?
Do you think outer space is cold?
Cold to a human, yeah. Like cold to like the feel, the touch.
Yeah, like temperature wise, cold.
Yeah, I would assume so. I would
Mm.
think so.
See, I thought that until I actually thought
You know
about it.
what? I don't even know.
Yeah. Until I thought about it, 'cause I saw I just saw a thumbnail on YouTube. It was like, and just asked the question, is space cold?
Hmm.
It's like, I don't think it is.
I don't know.
Like I know, cause I know here, just
How's it
being at
hot right
this
now?
distance, we feel the heat from the
Hmm.
sun. So I can't imagine going outside the atmosphere and all of a sudden it's freezing.
But what if you was on the other side of the earth, away from the sun? Like the sun was like the earth was like blocking you from the sun.
Well, then you would be cold.
But
So it
what
depends on if something's blocking you, and it depends on if there's a sun.
I don't know, dude. I ain't got no answer for you because if there's no oxygen there,
What?
if there's no oxygen in space,
Yeah. What's it got to do with the heat?
I don't know. Thought I had something. I don't know because I feel like because there's no oxygen, it's maybe quicker to be cold in space. We
I
should
don't
rock. Well,
understand.
no, you know what I'm
I don't
saying?
understand that. All I'm saying is, if you in the sun, you hot.
Because like the higher you go in the atmosphere, the colder it get because of the lack of oxygen, right?
Mm. I don't know if it's the lack of oxygen versus.
The higher you up in the atmosphere, because
Yeah.
you are getting closer to the sun, technically away from the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But no matter where you at, the higher you go, there's less oxygen there, right?
But here's the thing. But I don't know if the
I know.
oxygen is what
That's
heats.
what
It
kind of
makes it.
just that's what my mind went.
But here's what I would say. I remember because we do have an atmosphere, and what I understand is we catch the sun rays and it bounces off the ground, bounces off the atmosphere, bounces off the ground. So there's kind of a insulation thing happening. If I remember from science class.
No, I don't
But
think you remember that one.
but I also think I remember they have cooling units in their suits in space. So I don't know why they would need that if it doesn't get hot in space. So I'm thinking that depends on whether or not you're in direct contact of the sun or not.
Space is cold because there is no atmosphere to conduct heat. The
So
distance,
you need something to conduct heat.
yes, the distance between dust and gas particles in space is so great that they can't transfer heat very well. So kind of oxygen.
See, now that is interesting.
So
That in order for there to be heat, you need something to conduct it.
that's smart, but you know what I'm saying? Oxygen. Even though it could be any type
Yeah,
of,
it
you know
could
what I'm
be
saying?
oxygen
But
is
the
something
oxygen
in
is
it.
yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. So heat is absent if there's not something to conduct it. So in other words, if you think it's heat as just a form of energy, it needs to travel through something to
That's a
be.
whole nother
That's
like that's
crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never thought that's a good
Yeah.
question. I'm glad you asked that.
That's interesting.
Glad you
That
asked
made me
that.
rethink life, man.
Because
Yeah. So there's no heat if there's nothing to travel through.
so that makes sense on why you the higher you get because of the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the sun shining is just what? Light particles. So when does it become heat? If it's traveling, see now I need now because if it's just
because what's conducting the sun to the
yeah
to the earth,
yeah
like what's transferring
because
that
if there's something coming, then there's heat.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what it?
I think the sun is just that strong.
Yeah,
I guess
that it's
that's,
like
that's
I don't
what,
need nothing right now. I don't, for the first 3 light years, I don't need nothing.
Yeah.
I don't need no assistance.
Enough.
Yeah,
this is enough. I'm enough.
Because you talking about nuclear fusion, like you gonna feel that.
Period.
You gonna feel that.
Period.
So I don't know. That's interesting. I never thought of heat as like something that need because it's like we had a discussion about sound. We was like if vibrations don't have anything to travel through, is there sound?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like that changed my brain to how like energy and what we commonly see is like common things like sound and heat is like things that are just produced upon themselves.
Come find out
Yeah.
they need something to travel.
Yeah, they are reliant upon something. If you don't have that other something, then it's not there.
Mhm. I think the thing where they really don't understand gravity on Earth. They understand it, but they don't know how
Yeah,
how well and because how much gravity is being playing a part in our
yeah.
just in our body, and how much we need it just for the things that it does for us
Mm.
to regulate like our system. Or whatever. I was like, oh, we've been around a long time. We ain't figured that
Yeah.
out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just
Right.
stuff I guess we still ain't figured out.
I
So
kind of don't want them to figure that out, man.
they were like, let's take it away. Like,
Yeah.
"Hey, hold up.
Let's
hold up."
start monetizing it. You got to do a subscription for gravity now.
Oh man, you know they get that trying to do that for water. So
Yeah, it's like a water subscription. We basically
not
already
water
have
serious,
that.
but like about
TK,
this-
we already have
Yeah,
water
that's a fact.
subscriptions.
That's
It's
a
crazy.
fact. That's a fact.
Oh,
That's a
man.
fact.
It's already too late.